Hey guys, welcome back to Semper Mechanic. My name's Thomas, and today's video, you're going on another mobile mechanic ride along. Right now it's about 1 p.m. We got called out to, forget the year, but it's a Cadillac CTS. He said he had all the brake work done. He wants me to just come out and only bleed the brakes. I said, listen, sir, you want me to bleed the brakes? I'm going to come out. It's a 1 hour job. It's $100. If it doesn't fix the problem, though, that's not my issue. You didn't have me diagnose it. He agreed to that, so here we go. Oh man, it's loud in there. Once again, windows down, running about 70 miles an hour, but hey, this is real life shit. Found out the year, it's a 2003 Cadillac CTS. Now I owned a 2008, a 2006 Cadillac CTS, so they was decent little cars. Had a lot of timing chain issues. At least we ain't got to deal with that today. But what's bothering me is he said he had brake calipers done, new pads, rotors, the whole kit and caboodle. And I'm thinking, well, if he did all that, why didn't the guy bleed the brakes? Alright guys, it says we should be pulling in here soon. It's in a little complex. Nice little houses and stuff. I think we might be here. Alright, well, we arrived on scene. First thing we're going to do before we even get out of the truck is, alright, as you can see how the pay works, we got $80 up front. We'll do another $20 on the back end. We're charging $100 an hour, which is, you guys know, the normal rate. I don't see this taking more than 1 hour. All right, guys, we're here on scene. The 2003 Cadillac CTS, like we mentioned earlier. Already had some brake work done. It just wants us to bleed the brakes. First thing we'll check when you get up here, see if there's actually brake fluid in it. You see, stopped off, because when you're bleeding these brakes, you always have to make sure to keep this full. Because if you're bleeding them, and you end up bleeding all the fluid out, well, then you're just sucking air back into it. Defeats the purpose. Now, there's other known issues on the vehicle, but I'm not out here for that. Right now, they just want the brakes bled so they can get on their way, and they're going to take care of the rest with their own normal mechanic. I'm just a substitute teacher today. A lot of people don't know. See how it's split right here? This side is actually your back brakes, and this side is your front brakes. So a lot of people don't know that when they're looking at the master cylinder there. Now the master cylinder has not been replaced. This looks factory. So if he does end up having any troubles later on, that's something that we might want to be able to test for him. You see, looks like there's new rotors here.
Yeah, rotors and new pads, new.
Now these calipers don't look new. Okay. And have you noticed any brake leaking, fluid leaking?
No, nothing leaking.
Okay.
You don't have no leak.
All right. Okay. So when you're checking it, when I'd go pump it a few times and then check to see how far it went down. And then look underneath the vehicle, check for leaks. Because a lot of times when there's no brake pedal, when it goes all the way to the floor, that means you got a leak. You look underneath, I see no leaks here. That's a good thing. All right, we checked it out, and you can't reach the bleeder valve. Tire's still on, how it's recessed up in there on top. So we got to take this tire off, got to jack it up, all that. But if you look right here on this one, it looks like these bolts have to come out, but no, it's just a cap. The tire's capping on us. What's that, 3/4? Crack them loose. Now, if you got your impact, jack it up and then do it. But my impact battery's dead. So what you gotta do is bust them loose before you jack them up. All right, let's get under here. Find a place to put the jack. Perfect place. Now I need to turn this sideways. Remember the nifty little light we did a review on the other day? It's coming in handy this time. Go back here, we need to find the bleeder valve on there. Hey, where are you at? All right, brother, found you a little problem for you. Who did the work? Was it you?
No.
Here's a good example of why you get money up front, right? Oh, very nice guy, nothing wrong with him. He's not doing nothing wrong. But he called me out to bleed the brakes. Now, he had somebody else work on this vehicle, another mechanic. You know, somebody he trusted or whatever. And they replaced the brake pads and the rotors. Did a fine job with that. They went to bleed the brakes. As I showed you, they broke the bleeder valve. Plumb off. Look at it. Snapped it clean. You know, it puts you in a predicament. He hired me to bleed the brakes, a certain price. Well, this is where you get the money up front. Because I just told him what was going on. I said we can try to drill that out, get another bleeder valve, and put it back in there. Doing all that We've only quoted him for 1 hour. By the time we do that, that's going to run him over another hour. What I told him to do is actually replace the caliper. That would probably save him time in the long run, and it's a safer option, you know. But they have to figure it out financially if they can do it. Then I have to give them a quote to do this, because fixing this caliper is different than bleeding the brakes. I mean, these are more hours to add on to it. You know, now if he comes out and he says, we're not going to do anything right now, we got to save up some money. Imagine if I didn't have that $80 in my pocket right now. How awkward that would be, saying, all right, brother, well, you still owe me for coming out, finding that, and what I did. It's going to be awkward. Like, really, $100 for this? So that's why getting money up front eliminates a lot of that problem. You see what I mean? So I'm sitting there trying to take a punch or a flathead screwdriver, and I'm trying to catch the end of it here, you know, and you can hit it at an angle to loosen it, right? Because it doesn't look too rusted in. But when you're doing that, if you look closely, I'm tearing up all around it. Look, so it's gashing this out. So even if I get it out, a new one might not seal in there properly, and you end up having air in your lines. Guess what? Then you're back in the same spot, not having brakes. So we'll see. So that's not working. I can't keep working on this and go into another hour, charge him another $100 for it. It's not going to work. He's going to have a caliper. He's paid 80 of the 100. So now I feel bad. I always make things personal, when in reality it's supposed to be just business. So I should just get the other 20, set him up if he wants me to, and go on my way. These are the awkward situations you get put in, you know. And it's easy to say, well, I just get my money every time. Well, when you're in the situation and you feel bad and you see what's going on, you know, you're like, all right, well, I already made 80. He can just keep the 20. So, and of course, what I do, I knock the $20 off. He paid 80 in the beginning. That's all we're going to take. So what he decided is he wants me to try to find a used caliper. We got a lot of junkyards, and I deal with a lot of people getting used parts, like used alternators. Because some things you can get used. Or if we can find one, he has to have it now, so we have to go to AutoZone or Advance or something like that, where he pays more. You're paying for the convenience of now. Now, if he could get it online and wait, you know, he could save some money, but we can't do that. So what I'm going to do is put the car back together. I'm just going to throw the tire back on. That's all we got off. Put the lug nuts on loose. It's not going anywhere. Go back tonight once I'm done today. Find the part, look it up, make some calls, figure out where the part is. If we can find one, we'll give him a call. He'll pay for it. We'll come back and we'll do the caliper tomorrow. Now, like I said, that's a separate job. You're coming back out, you know, caliper take you maybe hour and a half, maybe 100, 120 bucks. Well, now after all that, he cancels on me. Is it wrong of me to send that $25 cancellation fee? Another reason why you get money. Because of this situation, if I'd have said, all right, man, I know it didn't work out. Seeing how you're letting me fix it tomorrow, we'll just wait till then. Well, if I'd have done that, I wouldn't have got any money because he canceled on me. I sent that cancellation fee, and now he's ghosted me. So that's another example of why you get the money up front. If you like today's video, give me a thumbs up. So if you like to donate, I'll put my PayPal and Cash App up here on the screen. All the money goes into this truck and goes into tools, because a lot of our tools right now rusted and all that, because as a mobile mechanic, you're working in all kinds of weather. Luckily, I'm in a garage today, but this is a rarity. Usually it's on the side of the road, wherever that person broke down. So we need some new tools. We need new sockets. We need all that shit. Look in the description and you'll see the address where you can send that shit to. Even if it's just something small, some tool that's, even if it's used, you're like, I don't use this anymore, but hey, this is something that he could use. Send that shit over, man. But if not, I love you still. And like we always say, Semper Fi, till next time.